We are team zkRail, and we have built trustless rails for real-world payments. What does this mean? Let's start with the problem that we're trying to solve. It's called the counterparty problem, and we think it's crypto's biggest barrier, which is smart contracts can only pay people who accept crypto. AI agents building on-chain are limited to paying only crypto users. DeFi is restricted to only crypto natives. And you always end up needing to onboard your counterparty to your chain. The current solutions around this are either you lose self-custody to a centralized exchange, you trust a centralized bridge, or you onboard your counterparty to crypto. What we do instead is we build universal settlement rails for your smart contracts. And how it works, we use game theory to make cooperation profit optimal, fraud costs more than honest behavior, and we have ZK proof for fraud, which is only stepping in when required, and usually the settlement is optimistic and instant. This is a little bit about how our architecture works. So the taker, which is the actual user, it can be a human, it can be an AI agent, it can be a DeFi contract, and it's an intent-based protocol. So they raise an intent, which is submitted to our intent aggregator network, and then we have a system to ensure that the best intent solution is fetched, it's executed, and this is the optimistic flow, but we also have a fraud flow, which ensures that, in either case, no funds are ever lost, and every party is compensated, and fraud is punished. So with this, today we have two running examples. One is expat UPI. Imagine that you're a foreigner who landed into India, you don't have a bank account, you do have crypto and a wallet, and you want to make UPI payments through your wallet. How do you do that? And we also have an AI agent, which, imagine that you have built a fully autonomous AI agent, and you have tasked it to build a killer website for your startup. It needs graphics, and for that, maybe the AI agent wants to go to Fiverr and pay some freelancers, but it can't do that unless the freelancer accepts crypto. So with zkRail, your AI agent, which is on-chain, with only access to on-chain funds, can make fiat payments. So with this, let's dive into the video. We have a demo for you where an AI agent running on Coinbase Agent Kit is doing an on-chain transaction via zkRail, and this on-chain transaction is actually resulting in a real-world UPI transaction. So this explains how we have enabled via zkRail for a system of counterparty onboarding, and this allows the So, as we can see, a new intent has been created by the AI agent, and this intent says that they want to receive 15 rupees to this UPI VPA. And now, the intent solver network can submit quotes. So, we will submit a quote of 1 USD. This is an intent solution, which the AI agent will receive and accept. The AI agent will The AI agent has now accepted the solution, and we see that the intent solver has received a committed solution. So the intent solver can now actually solve the intent. This can happen in the case of UPI by manually scanning the QR code, and over here I do the payment, and the UPI payment is actually received. So because the UPI payment is made, I'll click I have made the payment, to which the AI agent will verify that the payment has been made, and then it will settle the transaction. Now that the transaction has been settled, we can see that the taker has settled the payment and the bond has been refunded. We get a transaction hash showing the actual transaction which has happened. In this case, demo for zkRail. Over here, we show how we can enable making UPI payments directly with your crypto, with no need of setting up a bank account or having any KYC, KYB, etc. regulations. So the very first step is I scan an actual QR code. So I'll be scanning my own QR code over here. As soon as the QR code is scanned and is recognized, I get an option to choose how much INR I want to pay. So I pay 1600 INR, but remember I'm trying to settle this with USDC. This is not connected to my bank account by any means. So I click pay. This raises an intent to the zkRail intent solver network, and we can actually see this intent over here. This would ideally be automated, but this is a good interface to see how the intent solver network works. So an intent solver can submit a quote, in this case 20 USDC, and the solution, proposed solution is submitted. A signature is taken to confirm that the intent solver does want to lock into the solution. Now that the solution has been submitted, we can see that the best rate is available to me. If 30 USDC, which is 20 USDC plus 10%, because we require every transfer to be 150% collateralized because of our economic balancing. Now, if I confirm the payment, this takes the form of a solution commitment. So now, me as a taker, I have committed to the solution, and I am waiting on the maker to fulfill the UPI payment. As the maker, you have now the option to scan this QR code and actually fulfill this intent. I'll go ahead and do that. Now that I've done that, I can click I've made the payment. Once this payment has been made, the taker is able to see that the UPI payment has been made. At this point, they can choose to settle optimistically, and in case they haven't received a payment, they will be refunded the original amount plus the pound amount, as well as a 500 USDC for compensation of the time loss. Because I've already received the payment, I'll be settling this transaction. Now that the payment, yeah. So that is the entire zk flow. Of course, we have only built the UPI rail, but virtually any payment rail off-chain, on-chain, it could be even Bitcoin, any chain payment rail is supported. And we have built the core infrastructure to actually provision this zk plus optimistic flow. And we are imagining that people will come and build rails and actual applications on top of this infrastructure. I'm Prithvish, this is Chanchal, and this is Om, and we are zkRail. Thank you so much, Bangalore.